The company was formed from the outset to be a company to develop new ideas. It was not to make incremental improvements or to do, I'm going to say, bits and pieces of what already exists. We were really intended to be an innovation type incubator company where people come to work with ideas and dreams and see what they can do out in the marketplace and to not be afraid to do what hasn't been done before.
Well, he came to work with me a lot of times on the weekends and during the school breaks. And well, Steve, he worked on the job. He worked extremely hard. He was a hard worker, and he always wanted to be seen to be pulling his own weight to his co-workers.
You never know it's going to be this successful, I suppose. But I mean, I had a lot of faith in Steve from the beginning, right? He was a bit of a force of nature, and I guess I trusted him that it would work, but I also trusted that if it didn't work, you know, he could always, you know, shut it down and get a job. But I don't think either of us thought that would be necessary, and as it turned out, it wasn't.
Someone were to ask me, you know, so what did Steve want out of this business? He wanted an outlet. He wanted an outlet for people to be able to demonstrate their passion and their excitement for technology and doing new things. Was he successful as a businessman? Absolutely. Did he make lots of money? Sure he did. But that wasn't what he did this for. He did this because he was really passionate about tinkering. He loved to play with things and make, you know, inventions and create. So, you know, if there's a legacy that Steve left behind, it's exactly that, is the ability to just enjoy coming to work and have a lot of fun doing what it is you enjoy doing.
We both came from families of entrepreneurs, which I think helped. So even when we were dating, it was always a possibility that we would start a business at some point. And so when Steve saw an opportunity to do what he wanted to do, which, to be quite honest, was to get paid to play with big expensive toys. That is the true mission of this business, was to allow Steve to play with big expensive toys.
You know, a lot of people, when they think of Steve, they think of his intelligence, his brilliance, but really his defining characteristic, in my opinion, is his determination and tenacity. And when he decided that, you know, he was going to do something, there was literally nothing you could do, you know, and I think he expects that from all of his other employees as well.
It's something fundamental in a person. You know, I think that builds a really solid foundation. And at the end of the day, Steve was emotional. Steve was a lot of things, you know. And, you know, honestly, after, you know, 22 years of working together, we had our battles. And you know what? The next day we just carried on, you know, and that was whatever battles we had. We respected each other. We made a decision and we moved forward and we got over it. And there was never any hard feelings. And I think at the end of the day, what really mattered and what makes the difference is that he was fundamentally a really decent person who cared about the people around him. He cared about the business. He cared about, you know, the people who worked for him. He cared about what would come after as well, you know, and he wanted his legacy to matter and to mean something. And I you know, I think that's really what it comes down to.